Welcome back to the third and final part of this session. This is mapping your startup journey. In this activity, we're going to be looking at mapping our startup. We can consider a number of things when looking at mapping out a startup. At the first stage, it would be a very good idea to create an initial timeline. 90 days is a reasonable start, and for this purpose, we're going to work with that. It is a very good idea to set out at least 3 goals to work towards. These can include goals such as collating research data, building a mock website, or having a minimal viable product to test. They are your goals to set. Think about what you can realistically achieve in this timeline based on your current resources, capabilities, and network. And don't forget, even the best laid out plans can change for a number of reasons out of our control. So always allow for a level of flexibility. It is absolutely fine and normal for goalposts to move. In a moment, we're going to be looking at a template that we can use to help map our startup. Below are some potential considerations for starting up. You will not necessarily need to consider all, but you can add what you think you might need to include in the first 90 days of your map and at what point you need to include them. You will see some generic headings here, such as research and development, operations, marketing, legal, financial support, and other. You might have other elements you would like to bring into your map. It belongs to you, so you include what you would like to include. There are some very obvious things that we can look at in terms of activities here. Under research and development, for example, you might want to participate in market research, in some training, maybe attending some workshops, maybe looking at testing the market or conducting primary research such as surveys. In operations, this is the stuff that you're going to need, so the ingredients that you're going to need to operate, such as equipment, suppliers, employees. And in marketing, you might be looking at building a website or engaging with social media platforms, developing a network, for example. Legals, well, they cover things such as contracts and insurance, and terms and conditions, licenses and certificates that you might need to obtain, or at least be aware of. In the financials, we might be looking at acquiring an accountant, or we might be looking at building a crowdfunding campaign. Maybe we'll be looking at some grants or applying for some seed funding. In support, very importantly, I would argue, at the very beginning stages, you might be looking at a business mentor or looking at partnerships that can help support you to grow and develop your idea. And in other here, we have entering competitions, such as the Enterprise Startup Awards competition, and developing a pitch deck potentially. As I said, there are many, many other, and you can include what you like. Here, you can see a blank template for a startup map. As I mentioned earlier, here we're going to identify 3 goals, and we're looking at the time scale of now, soon, and later. Here we have an example map for a company called Claire's Cupcakes. You can use this example to help you develop your own map. You can, of course, create your own map if you would like to inject some more creativity. Just remember to include the activities and considerations that are relevant to your business. Also, remember, your map could change at any time, and you can always add more activities and further goals. You will find a startup map template and the list of potential considerations on your career journey. Next step, seek business advice from the enterprise and startup team. Good luck. The details are on the next slide.